If you've been looking to create your own podcast within your space that you have, and you really want to customize it, but you have no idea what gear to use or how to dial in the settings, or in this video, I am going to go through the full walkthrough of how you can tackle a setup just like this. Today, we are here in a cigar lounge that is being transformed into a full functioning podcast and YouTube studio. And if you stay around to the end of the video, I am going to show you exactly how we dialed in everything to get this nice, warm podcast look that'll make you look exceptional when you go to click record. I'm Manager John, and I've been creating content for over 15 plus years, working with creators at the highest level as well as beginners. And so in this video, I'm going to go over the gear that we used within this video, how we staged everything to be able to finally get to this amazing set. And then even more so, I am going to go ahead and list in the description a lot of the gear breakdowns as well as some of the cost associated with it so that you can find a piece of gear that you really like within this set and be able to use it for yourself. Starting off, when we looked at this space, we have a ton of room here. We're in like a 25 by 25 space, high ceilings. And so when you're looking at setting up this room, you want to be able to make sure that you avoid a lot of echo. While in the process of sourcing this gear, these clients chose to go with the SM7B, which is a phenomenal microphone. It's like the Joe Rogan mic. Everybody loves it. And it's because you have that deep voice, really full range that sounds like you're listening to someone's voice from their chest. And so what that's going to do is it's going to cut out a lot of this room noise that you might hear from just like your regular average DJI microphones or even cheaper ones. That this one is like top tier, ranging in at about $400 per microphone. We have two of them set up here. And so we have a 3-camera setup with 2 microphones that are being used with the SM7Bs. We have a Rodecaster Pro 2, which is a phenomenal dynamic mixer. And that is tethered into my favorite ATEM Mini Pro ISO, which is the switcher that we can use to switch between camera 1 and camera 2, and then even camera 3 that we have here as an option. We have a couple Rode mics that they can attach to these as well if they want to be able to record in camera or take it on the go, which is also a good fail-safe. But that is everything that you need for your audio. For our lighting, we have the Amaran 300Cs, which are Powerhouses and RGB compatible, so you can change between whatever color temperature or even color spectrum that you want between red, green, blue, magenta. If you want people to look like Smurfs or Oompa Loompas, you can make it happen with these things. It's also controllable by the Sidus Link app. So if you go ahead and you download the Sidus Link app on your phone, you will be able to control these lights as well as the brightness. Make sure that you download the Sidus Link app when you are looking at the Amaran 300Cs. We have 2 very specific soft boxes that are octagon shapes with the honeycomb feature. When we first turn these on, the light kind of spread everywhere, and it's very important to use our honeycomb features because we're wanting to direct this directly to our subjects because we don't want our light to bleed everywhere. So the honeycombs direct the light by cutting out the spill from left and right, and they direct it straight toward your subject, which is what you want. Now, this is a very warm and cozy type of style. I love the style that they went through. They kind of have like a bourbon whiskey house feel to everything. If you look on the shelves, we can see custom made whiskeys, bourbons, as well as Amaran tube lights that are connected via battery. They can be plugged in or they can be on the go mobile. Those are all mobile. I like to use these as rim lights. And so the biggest thing that I want to mention about lighting is when you're looking at lighting a space similar to this, you always want your key lights to be the main prime light that you are utilizing and the percentage to be the highest compared to the other 2. The reason for this is because it's the key light, it's the main light, and the other lights are considered accent lights. And so you want your key light to be anywhere from 50 to 70%, and then your accent lights to be anywhere from, I would say, 15 to 30%. You never want your backlights to be stronger than your forward lights because then you get a silhouette effect. I really love Edison bulbs specifically for a space like this because you want a natural looking feel. You have natural wood here, you have natural cigars, you have, well, it's not a natural fireplace, but it looks natural. And you really want to be able to accommodate elevate your items with the type of style that you have. So overall, you're looking at roughly 17.5. Each light, they have 2 key lights here, which run anywhere from $600 for each of the Amaran lights. And then the Amaran tube lights, I believe they're $200 each, which is great because they're mobile. You can bring them with you anywhere. Overall for this build, I really enjoy the style that they went through with everything. It feels like you're sitting at home, and that is probably one of the best features that you could have for your own YouTube or podcast setup, which is to be able to sit in a place that feels like you can have a natural conversation. These guys are going to be doing cigar reviews, as well as breaking down different types of rollouts and featuring guests that are within this space. And so they're going to be talking to not just beginners, but also high-level people as well. Rule of thumb is when you're looking at tech like this, where everything is integrated into it, you always want to start from the seat and then move backwards toward the control center. So if there's any sort of troubleshooting that you have to do, you always want to start with your mic. You want to look then at your XLR connection, and then you want to come through to your XLR, to your Rodecaster, and then from your Rodecaster to the settings that are on the Rodecaster, making sure that nothing's muted, nothing's brought all the way down to volume. Then you want to make sure that your splitter is all the way connected in. Cameras are the same type of fundamental. If there's something wrong with the cameras, like we had a camera here that wasn't showing, and the very first thing that I did was I looked at the settings on the camera. Great, everything's good. Battery's fully plugged in. It's turning on. Okay, so there's a connection between the HDMI converter to the regular HDMI, because these are A6700s. So the 6700s is about $2,000 each camera body, and then another $1,500 for the 24 to 70 millimeter lenses that we have here. You want to work toward the camera. If the camera's not turning on, you want to check the battery connection. If it's not the battery connection, then you want to check the power supply, and you want to be able to work back all the way back to the control station there. We had to kind of make a little adjustment and like replug in the HDMI cord because we weren't getting signal from one of them. Once we did that, we were good to go. All in, you're looking at 17.5 for the ATEM Mini Pro ISO. I think we land at roughly $400. And then you want to look at HDMIs, dummy batteries, and your SSD to be able to record from the ATEM. Overall, let me know your thoughts. Where are you currently in the process of building your studio? Is this something that you want to be able to adapt with? Or what types of gear are you looking to get more information on? I would also recommend, because majority of you that are watching this are not subscribed, so I would love to invite you to subscribe to this channel, because we do a lot of gear breakdowns similar to this, as well as studio transformations. And so make sure you check out the gear playlist, and I'll see you on the next video.